Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ni hao, my name is Nurul Jasmine and I'm a student from class AP229 4B. For this individual assignment for a subject the building design and refurbishment, I had to presenting about the refurbishment of the building. The building that I choose is ID Town in Shenzhen, Guangdong, China. Shenzhen was my concern. The contents of this presentation is I will share about the history on this project, details on the refurbishments, additive reuse on the buildings, and photos plan. This is the history and the details on the property. The location of ID Town was in Shenzhen, Guangdong, China. The real function of this building actually was Honghua Printing and Dyeing Factory. It was a cloth factory too. And after 10 years being abandoned, it had refurbished and changed the function to urban incubator for art, dynamic cultural and community center. The size of the land area was 8 hectares with 18 buildings. It built in the 1989 and stopped operating in 2002. The project of refurbishments was started in 2012 and complete in 2014. The project team who is responsible for this project is O Office Architect. In 1989, Shenzhen was being established as a special economic zone, but by the early 2000s, started to shift zone from a production to a services economy. After 10 years being abandoned, O Office was recommended to MGH by Shenzhen Planning and Lands Bureau. O Office architects lead the old structure take on a new life. Start with the architects influence people involved on the project to convert people's minds, and then the creative atmosphere precipitates by the startup project. This is some information of all office architects and the others project that they be involved. This is some picture of the project before the refurbishment construction. And this is the outcome after the construction. Now move on to the detail on the refurbishment. The design and the concept for this refurbishment was they were inspired by the compound's modern structure. The project created new insertions that are stimulously in a stark contrast to the existing industrial complex, yet complementary to the scale and the atmosphere of the original buildings. This is the main project inside ID Town, MGH Art Gallery, Z Gallery, and a youth hostel. Now we will continue with the adaptive reuse and photos plan. This is some detail of the MGH Art Gallery, complete in 2014, two-story gallery space and operating more as an event space than an art museum. Here are some elements and materials that been adapted in MGH Art Gallery. And now I will share some of the picture and plan of the MGH Art Gallery. And now move to Z Gallery. It complete on 2014 too and only has one story. The factory was topographically divided into two quarters, Hill Town, H Town, and Valley Town, V Town. The 7 group boxes of the individual artist studio are in a line with the Z Gallery. Here is some elements and materials that be adapted in the Z Gallery. And this is the photos and the plan. And finally about the youth hostel, it complete in the same year as the others project, has a 4-story room space, and the building was on the hilltop of a seaside valley. And this is some elements and material that we adapt in the youth hostel. And there is some pictures and the plan of the youth hostel. Lastly, I will share about the refurbishment process. It started with the stage 1 was planning. It planning and designing by the O Office Architect. Stage 2 was cleaning the unused item on the construction for the past project. Stage 3 was the start the construction with the new concept. Lastly, on the stage 4 was the start the occupied by the business client on the building. Okay, that's all from me. 谢谢你们看你的时间。Stay safe. Assalamualaikum.